Hi everyone, welcome to On the Other Hand. I'm Ariane Zurcher, and today I'm going to be demonstrating ribbon flowers that I've shown in a couple of different videos that I've done, so I'm going to show you how to do those. I hope you'll join me. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, click on the bell to get an email notification. I love hearing from you, so leave me comments or questions or requests. That's how this video is come into being, is from a request from a couple of other people. And don't forget to check out the description section where I leave links to all the different things that I use within this video. If you'd like to share these videos, please do. Let's get stitching. These are my ribbon flowers. What you do is you take your ribbon, and I pulled out this, and you just do a running stitch along the outer edge. 30 weight thread, something like that, something that's strong, where you can pull the gathers pretty tightly without the thread breaking is what is ideal. So you just keep going, doing your running stitch, and you're just going to gather it. You're going to pull it as tightly as you can, and it's going to form this kind of gathered flower round shape. You keep doing your running stitch until you've got a complete circle. I keep the stitches fairly close because I want it to be a tight gather. Once I have a circle that will completely go around without this bit folding over on itself, then I'm going to knot my thread. So I have my knot, and what I'm doing here is I'm just attaching the two ends together. So I have this one continuous ribbon that's all ruched around. And now I'm going to cut this end. I'm going to run my needle up through here and just do a couple of stitches so I'm back into the center. So I decided to adhere my flower right here, and that's where I'm gonna stitch him down. I want to make sure that my seam here is underneath where it's not gonna show as much, and I'm gonna tack it down using the same thread that I've used to gather these stitches, and I'm just going to go ahead and tack it down onto my vase. I want it to be secure, but I don't need it to be beautifully done because this is all going to get covered. So I just need to tack it down in a couple more places here, and then that's it. And then I'm going to show you how I make my center. The thread I'm using here is this Gutterman. It's a quilting thread. All right, so that's pretty well adhered. That's not going anywhere. And you can't tell where my seam is. I think if I weren't demonstrating this, I would cover this with wool, but because I want to show you how to turn under a fabric, I'm going to use this. I'm going to get out my circle, and I'm going to go with the largest one that I can get away with. And I put that dot right in the center. I'm going to draw a circle around. And remember, I have to turn that under. Cut out my circle shape. I'm going to take my thread, and it doesn't matter what color, and I'm going to do a basting stitch around to turn it under. I'm going to go ahead and do my little running stitch, or basting, whatever you want to call it, right around the edge of this circle. If you have perfect circles, and I do, then that's how I would do it. I would get out my perfect circles, my little perfect circle, and I'm just going to gather it up around this. I'm then going to iron it, and then I'm going to apply it. And I'll show you how I do that with the stuffing. I've got my iron heating up. I'm just going to give it a little spray with flatter. And then just going to press. So there's my perfect circle, and this is going to go directly on top like that. But first I have to remove the plastic. So I just remove it the way I would normally. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. I'm going to take my thread, and I'm going to put my needle in so that it comes right out as though I'm appliquing this circle down, which is what I'm about to do. Now I take it, and I'm going to position it on top of my ribbon, and I start to stitch it down right into a gather. So do you see where my thread went for this one? I'm going to grab a little piece of the edge of this circle. I'm going to grab a little ribbon, Grab a little piece of my button circle. Grab a little ribbon. I'm going to grab my stuffing and I'm just going to put a little bit in here. If you have I use this Appliquick tool, but you can use anything. Now I can add a little more in here to make it a little poofier if I want. You can add as little as or as much as you feel like, and then you just keep going around. It can be a little awkward, but if you just sort of take it slow, it can be done. Now, I don't know, someone else may have some great idea of how to do this better. I just sort of made this up as I went, so there may be some really great other better ideas of how to do this. I don't claim to be an expert at making ribbon flowers. And there it is. I can come back and applique this down so that it doesn't pucker up as much, but I was trying not to take too much time doing this. I'm going to show you how to use the spread zapper so that you can do that if you have a synthetic a ribbon that's got nylon or something in it where you can just cut and burn it. So let's say I'm going to use this and I've ruched it up. This is my Thread Zap 2, and what you do is you take your ends, right sides together, you turn your zap on so that it heats up, and then you're literally just going to melt these ends together. Someone asked if they could use a lighter. I don't know, because I've never used a lighter. I can't tell you. You can try it by all means, but I've only used this. You can see how it's getting gluey there. And that is really it. It's kind of like a hard rock, and it's adhered together. And of course, this would all be ruched, and you would have your ribbon. So that is the way you would do it if it was a synthetic ribbon and you had ruched the whole thing. And then you would do exactly as I showed with the other one. I hope you found this helpful and you can give it a try and see. As you can see, I've used all different lengths of ribbon. This ribbon was even longer, but I just cut it along the velvet line. It's an old antique ribbon that I got from my grandmother. And then I attached the wool and stuffed it. And then you can see I've just literally done a whip stitch down. This one I attached the ribbon, I just appliqued the edge down so that it was more like a cornflower, whereas these I left unattached, and this one I'll leave unattached. If you wanted, you could just tack parts of it down. Play around, explore, try different things. If you know of a different way to adhere that looks better than this, go for it. I just wanted to show you what I've done. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Click on the bell to get email notifications, and I love hearing from you, so leave me comments in the comments section, and don't forget to check out the description section. That's where I leave links to all the different materials I've used for the thread zapper, ribbon, etc. Until next time, here's to sewing together.